This is a houndfish. It is a very dangerous animal. I will tell you why later. The houndfish, I'm not sure if you can read it or not, but if you can, it says houndfish, is also called a crocodile needlefish. The reason it is called crocodile is because if we get you see some teeth here, if we get a magnifying glass, we will see a bunch of teeth that are similar to a crocodile's. The houndfish is very big. It can be up to 8 feet long, which is about 2.5 meters. This is a 6 foot human with human clothes. And this is basically the comparison of how big they can get to a 6 foot tall person. They can be eaten, but I wouldn't recommend. They are edible, but I wouldn't recommend them because they they are known for food poisoning. So I wouldn't recommend, and they can transmit a disease if you eat them. Kind of how like a checkered puffer is dangerous if you eat it. Um, they aren't anything near extinction. In fact, they're least concern, which means I'm not sure if you can see it. I think you can see it, right? Okay. If it's least concern, that means that they are nowhere near extinction and they're not vulnerable or anything like that. Anything that's considered endangered is critically endangered or vulnerable. Not threatened and least concern are means that you don't have to worry about them. These are called game fish, as if a video game, which means they are taggable. And so basically you put a tag, it goes off, and people do fish them, by the way. It's dangerous, and I'll get to it in a second why it's dangerous. And so when a person fishes it out, then they see this tag, and that can tell you where it has traveled. And also how big it can grow, because sometimes they're actually this big, around this big as my hand. And so if it grows a bit bigger, they kind of report it. The tag has a secret kind of number which tells you. They are in now. There are two subspecies, which is kind of like there's a diamondback rattlesnake, but there's an eastern and a western type of diamondback. Those are called subspecies. Um, I don't like common names because I mean some people confuse the two subspecies and say it's just a different type or whatever. So the first one is the houndfish, Tylosaurus crocodilus, and the Mexican needlefish is Tylosaurus crocodilus faudiator. They are both game fish since they're both the same type. Now to get why they're dangerous. First of all, they're very big, but obviously not all animals that are big are dangerous. Take whales, for example. This is a flying fish. In case you haven't heard of them, I'm pretty sure you have, they use their wings to glide across the ocean to get away from predators. They are only the biggest type of flying fish is only about 1.5 feet. That's like 1/4 of a foot or something. I'm not sure. Of a meter, sorry. So let's take the person out of here. Although they look very different, and they both have this, they're both in the same class, which is actinopterygi. I'm not sure if I pronounced it right. You will see that they have a similar tail. These things, the flying fish, glide through the air and eventually hit the water. But the thing with these is that since they have a good tail, they can actually go and jump out of the water. And they, as I showed you, they have teeth, which is dangerous because some people like to fish and they're very at night and they're attracted to light. So they're on a boat fishing and the needlefish comes, and since they're attracted to light and they're nocturnal, they go, "Ooh, what's that?" They jump out of the water, and sometimes their pointy part right here, their mouth, stabs people. So, like for example, this there was a case where two people went fishing, and the houndfish at night. The houndfish jumped and killed both people. The first person got stabbed in the neck and died, and the second person in the chest, which is where the heart is, and he also died. Um, that is why they're dangerous, but they're but those are the only people I know have died, and there have only been four, two of them being deadly, in North America. They're more common in around India and stuff like that, around the Caribbean, and there 1 or 2 people a year get attacked. But these aren't. But if you live in North America, they usually don't attack you that much. They don't. They haven't attacked a lot of people. That is why they're dangerous. But they are also rare, and although they are aggressive, rare attacks are very rare, and deaths are rarer. I hope you have a good video. Like and subscribe. Goodbye.